All right, it's time for another mixing, breakdown, track, thing, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So here we have another song from my And All That Is Left For album called It Is Next Month. And this is one of my favorite joints on the album, and it's also the first one that has a collab on it. And I think I'm gonna give some background on what happened, how this came to be. So I don't know, rewind to like what 2022 or something. This is the college years. You know, I'm talking about ciphers in the studio. I'm talking about just random like just gigs and stuff, and like the touring ensemble bands and things like that, and you know, things of that nature. Me learning how to play bass and guitar. One day it comes to a point where my professor says that for my midterm we're gonna go to the studio and make a song. And I was like, okay. So what I did was I got my MPC and I just started hooking things up to it. Like I got the Nord hooked up to it. I got some basses hooked up to it. It's just things of that nature, just to like get some sounds loaded on so I can get this beat made. And then I wrote the song called It Is Next Month. It was it took a while for me to record it, only because I'm really bad at getting recorded by other people. Like I'm so used to doing it myself. Even now it's just like it takes forever. So I mean, like it is what it is. But anyway, we got it done, and then it literally just it stayed in the vault for years until one day I got Royal DBF, who you may know from the previous album called Enjoy the Show, to jump on this song, because I thought it'd be like a really good fit for him, and I was right. I was really right, and he did the thing, and it was like it was a pretty cool, high energetic, fun song that I was able to release with And All That Is Left For. And yeah, it's basically just about me just talking my talk, you know. It's nothing like super deep or anything. It's more so like it's a test of resolve, kind of. But yeah, that's pretty much what it's all about. Pretty cool song. And let me go into the project. So as you can see from this playlist, we got loaded onto Florida Studio. It was originally recorded on an MPC, and then it was put onto Pro Tools, and then those Pro Tools stems were exported and then dragged onto here, where I changed some things up so like I can add an extra verse for Royal, and then I also mixed it, all that stuff, whatever. So let's check this out. We have about 36, it goes all the way to 36 tracks. It's a larger session compared to the ones before. If you look at the little mixer, we got several buses because we use multiple kicks, multiple snares, multiple basses, multiple hats, multiple piano tracks. It was just one of those things where like it was Buzz City, you know. Over here in the maroon you see all the things like the synth stuff. Like this was Nord stuff right here. It was either recorded on a Nord or just like, yeah, it was all Nord. And then we got some transition effects to get things going. Got this little brush sound, and then we got the Voxes, and then the send. So it goes all the way to 44. Like that's a much bigger session, and it's not even the biggest session in the album. So let's just start somewhere, I guess. Check it out. I'd say piano's a safe place to start. This is like the base. This is where everything got built off of. So let's take a look. On it, we have an LA2A. I guess I had an RTA on there. TDR Nova, Cymatics Origin, Kotelnikov, and just that. And if we look at the electric piano, which is also the next thing, nothing much done with it. I was recording this on a Nord and it sounded glorious, so And then we have, what was the other thing? Oh, this little ah thing. Like it, I need to play these two parts together. Check this out. Check this out. Check it. Watch what I did with this little string thing. Yeah, so I was kind of like on my Tekken 4 craze, even though I haven't played it in a while at the time of making this song. So I wanted it to sound like, it was almost like a fighting game, or like some kind of like comic show or something like that, with that dent dent sound effect. Like that was pretty much my thought process when I made that. Another thing worth talking about is the bass. Check these out. Like this was a Fender P bass, I'm pretty sure. And then we can skip to the chorus, right? You see that? And I don't think I put anything fun on here, just an LA2A and something to tame those lows. But yeah, if we cut to the beginning, we also had our drums. We'll play bass and drums together. Check it. Just to like slow things down. Dun, 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 dun. Like, look, let me play the rest. Play it all together. Check this out. Check this intro out. Look at me being all creative. I guess I'll talk about that real quick. The transition effect. So over here, it was literally just a reverse to an impact, and it sounded great. It was just what it needed. That was pretty much the intro. Another cool part about this is on the first and second verse, it has this cool instance where it just pauses in the middle, and it was pretty cool. I wrote the verse around that part, my first verse around that part, and it became one of my favorite first verses I've ever wrote / spit / whatever. So check this out. Like everything drops out, and then the electric piano, it just says everybody come back in real quick, like it's fun. Oh, I should probably this melody right here, this little dun 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 dun. Check this out. I just put a high pass filter on this. Cut some mids out, but it's pretty cool going back around through this. Oh yeah, there's another instrument in there. Check this out. Where is it? Like sometimes I can't believe myself. Like I was playing this whenever this was made. Like that was me. That's crazy. Let's go to the chorus. So we got that. Bells and flute. You know, of course we're just sending it some Valhalla for some reverb. Nothing crazy to write home about. But yeah, look. It's fun. You know, brush had some Panamatic on it, going crazy. We got some EQ, the compression. You know, I'm singing it. All right, now let's get into the vocals. I think we're making pretty good progress. We'll start off with mine.
Yo.
You know.
R.E.D. Check. Yeah.
You hear that?
We back again with a little joint. I like to call this
just me talking.
Next month. An ode to, I don't know.
Huh. Yeah, this if you look at these muted tracks right here, you would know that there was something crazy going on in the past. You know, looks like I had verb for this that I just bounced out. I guess I didn't end up using it. I just added another type of verb in post. It was probably like some Pro Tools session stuff. You got basically an old take from Royal DBF right here. Crazy stuff, you know. But anyway, here's the intro.
Yo. It's R.E.D.
It's very radio-y.
Check.
As you can see.
We back again with a little joint.
It's a little notch action.
I like to call this It Is Next Month. An ode to, I don't know.
This was recorded on an AKG C414. Very bright mic, probably way too bright for my taste. I literally used it one more time and never used it again. But I got it done. I got it working. I did what needed to be done, you know. But look.
Fine tune, bring a light to souls with no hope, but don't get it twisted. Best leave me alone, you ain't talking too much. I know, don't think I ain't a problem since days of the fro. We ain't partners, I know you just hit me for money. These snakes ain't created, they think that they cunning in my presence. Always been a flight risk, there's lines of these could-beens who had to.
Like, it's such a fun little verse, but we got tuba, little tube saturation thing, and then we got the 737. We got some fresh air on here for some reason. It's super crazy, but we got parametric EQ. I guess it was lacking in high mids or whatever, so I did something with that. Another compressor and loads, and then we got wave breaker just to make sure any crazy transients didn't go all over the top and stuff. So, like, yeah, check this out.
Fine tune, bring a light to souls with no hope, but
and then we got a ton of delay on this.
Fine tune, bring a light,
and a decent amount of reverb. Just Valhalla, you know. And then we have weird EQ choice for that, but in context.
Fine tune, bring a light to souls with no hope, but don't get it twisted. Best leave me alone, you ain't talking too much. I know, don't think I ain't a problem since days of the fro.
But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it with my vocals. Let's skip to the chorus real quick.
I accrue from my own sick repayment. Guess so. Eyes to the sky, I've been living in the.
Now let's solo these. So look.
I accrue from my own sick repayment. Guess so. Eyes to the sky, I've been living in the clouds, seeking everything around. Same breath though. I'll say they can't beat me. Results seen on TV. I'm through with the freezing. Guess so.
Now let's check this one out.
Guess so. Eyes to the sky, I've been living in the clouds, seeking everything around. Same breath though.
You know, it's a higher one.
Can't beat me. Results seen on TV. I'm through with the freezing. Guess so. Eyes to the.
And then we'll check out this low one.
Guess so. Eyes to the sky, I've been living in the clouds, seeking everything around. Same breath though. I'll say they can't beat me. Results seen on TV. I'm through with the freezing. Guess so. Eyes to the sky.
You know, it was just lower voice. But yeah, that was pretty much all there was to it. This third one pretty much had the same processing on it as the higher one, except the notch filter wasn't there. It's just everything except for that. Now let's move on to Royal DBF.
All seen on TV, I'm through with the freezing.
Yeah, I'm through with the freezing and currently being the beacon of hope for the youth to believe in. Although I'd rather be with you for the evening, I got so much things here to do, so I'm singing it.
Like, I just love how he came in on that. Like, it was smooth. It was great. It was great, amazing. But let's talk about the processing I put on here.
Yeah, I'm through with the freezing and currently being the beacon of hope for the youth to believe.
There's a ton of background noise going on, but I mean, what can you do? I wasn't the one that recorded him. Sometimes there's circumstances like that where it's just like, but you know. So we got a 737 doing some 737 things, preamp activities. We got a ton of EQ going on because, you know, there was a lot of doctoring I had to do with the mids and the lows and the low mids and the high mids. Some compression, some de-essing. I don't know why Edison was on there, didn't use it. And then some more doctoring. And then we all sent it over to Valhalla, the same crazy funky reverb with the scooped low mid frequency of, what was that, 300 hertz or something. And yeah, that's how I came out with this.
Yeah, I'm through with the freezing and currently being the beacon of hope for the youth to believe in. Although I'd rather be with you for the evening, I got so much things here to do. So I'm singing if you end up leaving while I'm out achieving these goals and achievements to make sure we're eating. Yeah.
Okay. You know, now let's just briefly look at the mastering. We got growth speed on here. I think it was supposed to do like, oh yeah. Let's talk about that. Towards the end, what was it, like right here?
All seen on TV, I'm through with the freeze.
Yes, so literally I had growth speed on here to do like some tape stopping action. It was pretty fun, pretty cool. And then, you know, we got LA2A, we got that boy Frank on the master. And then we got TDR Nova, just doing some dynamic EQ activities just to get it more pumpy, bumpy, whatever. And then we got some wave breaker to make sure it keeps those peaks in check. Some Insight 2. I don't know why I haven't been able to open Insight 2 the right way lately. It's so weird. But you lean.
All seen on TV, I'm through with the freeze.
I'm trying to remember what.
Say they can't beat me. Results seen on TV, I'm through with the freezing. Guess so. Eyes to the sky, been living in the.
I don't know. I don't remember. This might have been either like an average of like -9 or -12 LUFS. That's usually what I go for. Who knows? Loudness penalty to make sure everything was straight, blah blah blah. And then we got VSX to do my referencing stuff, fun things. But yeah, that was pretty much it. That was It Is Next Month by Dreadhead Red featuring Royal DBF. I hope y'all, with this newfound knowledge, go ahead and give it another stream. I mean, it was a pretty fun song. I'm glad I was able to work on it and get it done and finally get it released. But yeah, coming up next, we have another one of my favorite songs on the album called Shed Money. That's a pretty fun one. I had fun producing that. So until the next time, I'm Dreadhead Red, and y'all be easy. Appreciate it.